Hello.
How are you?
I'm just in time.
Oh, good.
Can you hear me well?
You look and sound beautiful.
Thank you.
How's that? How's that for an introduction?
Okay. That's a really nice introduction, though.
Now I'm calling, of course, from South America to,
Mm-hmm.
and where am I calling to?
Well, you're coming from Denmark,
Wow,
a Filipino which is currently living and studying in Denmark.
wow, wow. A midwife.
Yes, exactly.
And well, first of all, thank you so much for being a field reporter
Yeah,
for
it's my
the
pleasure.
Sam Bell Show, which is it's a volunteered, non-paid position. And everything you say is, is on your shoulders, and I will almost always, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose, support it 100%. So just want to say thank you so much, and just to review
Mm-hmm.
the rules of the show, there's only two basic guidelines. The first guideline is
Yeah.
anything that you've observed that you
Mm-hmm.
feel has enhanced consciousness, what you've observed, and then also your opinions about it,
Yeah.
which can be different than what you observe. And as a midwife, oh my goodness, the things you can, just the life experiences and just the travel you've done, and then the second rule is discussing and focusing on the most underutilized resource on the planet, which is
Yeah.
women. And so I strongly feel that you have a resource deep in your heart that will help a lot of people. Uh, and what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Is correct? So now, my understanding is that you speak a couple different languages.
Yeah, I do speak English, my mother tongue, which is Filipino. English is my second language. I speak Danish, conversational or let's say advanced, and
Yes.
Swedish, Norwegian, and Chinese, but it's not the Mandarin, it's the Cantonese.
Yes.
I can also speak Italian and Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Wow.
right now I'm learning my French together with the Japanese.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm on my
Wow.
way.
Wow. Wow. So exciting. Now, in each of those different languages, of course, are just different sounds that are describing the same thing that's happening around the world. For example, midwife. How do you say midwife in another language?
Well, if you say midwife in Danish, they call it jordmor.
Can you repeat that?
Jordmor.
In a Tagalog?
In Tagalog, nagpapaanak.
Well, the sounds in the different languages are used to stimulate basically the same concepts around the world. And
Mm,
those are resonances, morphic resonances. Those are thoughts that have been emitted.
mm-hmm.
And I strongly feel that the female aspect of divinity is presenting itself through all the females on the planet right now. For example, your great grandmother, did she travel much?
My granddaughter, I don't have yet. It's just
No,
me.
but your great grandmother.
Oh, well, in my ancestors' history, I don't have any idea. What I
Uh huh.
know is like in my parents, and especially in my father's side, my father is a half Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and then in my mom's side, I don't exactly know because they died when I wasn't born yet. But as far
Mm.
as I know, when I talk to my mom, It's a kind
Mm-hmm.
of combination with Chinese.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I actually
So
had my DNA, and it turns out that I don't have any Filipino blood. Can you imagine that?
no,
But I'm a
but
proud Filipina because I
you could
live
win some.
there, I was born there, and I'm a Filipina by by soul and heart. So I am fully
Yes,
Filipina.
yes,
Even though they
yes.
say DNA, but it's just a DNA. The most important thing is what I feel.
Wow, you are so intense. Yes, the DNA is going to do what you would instruct it to do. You're the boss, the consciousness in charge of your physical vehicle, your DNA.
Yeah,
So
the DNA
your
is just
your
a
his
piece of paper.
yeah, your granddaughter now when she gets her DNA checked, we'll have to inspect and see. She may have some Filipina in her. I would think. Now, um, back to that point about the thoughts, same thoughts around the planet, and that has to do directly with consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking specifically to Filipinas, females,
Yeah.
is there any advice that you might suggest? Because I work with literally thousands of director of nurses and
Mm-hmm.
healthcare Filipinas that are incredible souls.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you give to any of them?
Well, first and foremost, I would like to say Filipinas out there, especially women, I'm so proud of you people. Being a Filipina, I can say that we
Yeah,
are a survivor. We are a fighter
yeah.
in every way.
Wow,
When I say
wow.
in every way, even though there's a lot of storms going on in our lives, we still keep on fighting. We keep still on coming up, no matter how many times we have been broken. Even sometimes we don't even know where we can pick up ourselves. Still, we always find a way to bring up our own selves again because we always look in a positive sides, and that's the thing that help us to live, to encourage more. And I think it's one of the best qualities that I am so proud of being a Filipina. So guys, continue.
Well, I think that's half the story, Mel's. I think that's half the story. I think the intention and the willpower and the focus are applied from the female incarnates. They're it's applied. That's about half of it because they can't do anything more.
I
You
know.
can't do anything
I
more.
know.
The other half is you're actually very spiritually devoted in your heart beyond well, I'm just saying just devoted in your heart, naturally spiritually. And I know that's provided strength to me and to you and a number of Filipinas that I've worked with, because I'm not in their league. Not even close.
But I know that,
Okay, so I know you.
yeah, I know it's
Yes,
not easy.
go over it.
I mean, it's not really easy. It's easy to say, but it's hard when you are in there. But as long as we have
Yes.
this fire inside, keep on moving,
Mm-hmm.
keep on fighting,
Mm-hmm.
keep on believing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lose hope
Mm-hmm.
because no matter what, if we
Mm-hmm.
keep it inside, then we can make it the
Mm-hmm.
best. And if
Can you repeat that in another language, please?
gusto ko bang
I want to.
in
I
Filipino?
want to hear it, just in any language you want.
Okay. To all Filipinas, I can say it in Tagalog. So sinasabi ko, kung ano mang nararamdaman natin sa loob, kailangan lang natin patunayan sa sarili natin na kaya natin. Alam kong mahirap, alam kong minsan magi-give up na tayo or tama na. Nasasabi natin sa sarili natin na tama na. Pero alam din natin na hindi. Kaya natin to at kakayanin natin. Hindi para sa sarili natin, kundi para rin sa lahat, para sa pamilya natin. Dahil yun ang pinaka-importante, especially sa ating mga Pilipino.
Wow, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Uh, Now you're an actress. You're a crisis actor, right? You just pretended that, right?
I don't want to cry at the moment. It
No,
just,
I know, sweetheart. I have a tear right now in my left eye. It's just kind of sticking in there, trying not to pop out. And I don't even know what you said. I just know how you felt.
Yeah.
I've channeled. Anyway, to back up, on conclusion on that one topic, I bring it up because I know what the struggles you've gone through.
Yeah, I keep talking to
It's
you,
like,
Sam,
wow.
and I'm
Yeah.
always like every time I talk to you, every time I connect to you, it's a kind of like an angel coming to me
Yeah.
saying that, yeah, you can
Yeah.
do this, girl. Even though sometimes,
Yeah, you can.
sometimes yeah, sometimes I always keep saying myself that, yeah, I have to give up. Um, this is it.
Yeah.
This is
No,
the
no.
end. I have nothing to do
Yeah.
anymore. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
But every time I
Yeah.
feel that way, I always message you, and I am so blessed at the same time.
Yeah.
Grateful because you never say
Yeah.
no to that. You're always trying to back
No.
me up. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Well, we healthcare workers have to stick
Mm.
together. Um, and now we've kind of incorporated with Jared, who's over here. He took his shoes off so he wouldn't make any noise in the
Mm.
background because we could not do this without Jared helping.
Mm.
Now Jared is going to be going to India before too long,
Mm.
and the show's going to be purchasing a drone, and then he's going to use the drone in India. So we'll be doing drone stuff all over.
Yeah.
So he just found out, so he's smiling big
Thank you
time when
so
we're
much,
going in.
Sam, for inviting me
Oh,
to be
sweetheart.
part of this
Yeah, yeah.
channeling because
Well, when I'm making a bouquet of flowers, I have to go out and pick out some beautiful flowers. So I don't have any choice. Now, to change the topic
hmm
here, you are a member of the Danish Red Cross,
yes, I am.
and I had a question for you.
hmm
Do you know where that Red Cross symbol came from?
It's the Red Cross, especially the red with a cross.
Yes, the flag, that symbol. Do you know where that? I'm putting you on the spot now. Okay, you weren't prepared for that one. You're
I'm
thinking,
not
want me to give you a clue?
I'm not actually prepared, but I think
Oh my word.
in my own
Yes.
idea, that
Mm-hmm.
cross is coming from like because you can see it in healthcare, right?
Yes.
In
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
healthcare, you can see a blue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like red, which is the meaning of um, helping, love,
I love it. Yeah, you're
love.
it charitable helping for
Yes,
those in need.
yes.
Okay, quit squirming. I'll tell you the answer since I looked it up. But I've been to Switzerland 3 times,
hmm
and not too long ago. And that is the Swiss flag in reverse colors.
Exactly.
And in the 1300s, I think it's a Swiss guy, said, we need to help these poor soldiers that are getting blown up, and so we're going to try to do healthcare.
Yeah.
So since the planet is no longer doing stupid stuff like that, right? We don't want to blow each other up. Then we have kind of a red cross in the spiritual sense for what you are doing for all the young women that are someplace that they don't want to be doing something they don't want to do, thinking, how in the hell am I going to get out of this mess? There's a person right here who's done this and says it's not easy, but once you get on the other side, you can sit in the sun and enjoy conversation with some very loving people. It might be a few thousand miles away. Now, so can you describe what you do with the Red Cross?
Well, I do different kind of things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
first 6 months I was accompanied with I was helping with the old people.
Mm-hmm.
So my specific job is to visit them once in a week or twice in a week. It depends on their availability. So
Mm-hmm.
for 1 to 2 hours, I have to be with them, talk with them, like listen to them, go with shopping with
Good.
them, like
Good.
give them someone, like for them
Oh,
to feel that they are
yeah.
not alone. Someone,
Oh, no.
yeah. So that's my job, and talk with
Oh,
them,
that's hard.
and
That's hard for you to do. For them to love you, that's very difficult. I'm sure they all give you a hard time.
yeah, and they have to talk in Danish.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
also a kind for me that I learned how to speak Danish because of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's a really good thing because I learned how to talk Danish at the same time. I understand them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they
Mm-hmm.
some people, some old people I used to Tina, one one old woman I worked with, her name was Tina,
Yes.
and she actually had a depression. She has
Oh.
one daughter and
Mm-hmm.
one son, but
Mm-hmm.
and she was only 45. She's not that old, but because she was having a depression, she needs to
Yes.
like stay in a home care for the agent, and it was really
Wow.
sad because she needed someone to talk with every day, and she was just living with her
Yes.
cat.
Yes.
And every time I visited her, she's so happy, and it was a
Yes.
satisfaction for me to see her smile. You
Yes.
know, like
Yes. Well, you actually inside of you liked it when she was able to feel better. You naturally liked it.
I
It
love
wasn't
it.
a financial attachment. Yeah, no, it's just you couldn't turn it off if you tried. And if I was to say, I would like you to go to the local hospital and get an X-ray on your willpower, there's no X-ray to willpower or a CAT scan on your ability to focus. There's not going to be any kind of CAT scan on that, or say
You
any
know
kind of
what?
measurement on your unconditional love. You don't have those things. You can't measure them, and that's what was inside of you resonating. That you
You know
came in
what,
the door,
Sam?
and don't interrupt. Let me finish. You're resonating that, and then entrainment it happens with the patient because the patient is open to you. It can't be done with a medication.
You know what,
Gorgeous.
Sam?
It's done with people like you. Yes.
You know what, Sam? I realized that that's what I keep saying. Um, it's not about the money. It's not about
No.
it's not about the
Of course it's
success.
not.
It's not about the success or how famous you are, how knowledgeable you are. It's not about that.
No. 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 No.
It's about
And it doesn't
unconditional
change.
love.
It doesn't change on the other side. Yeah, it doesn't change on the other side. People don't learn that until sometimes they almost die, and then they figure it out. Holy mackerel! I missed the boat. I was trying to,
Yeah.
get some new pants
I'm
instead of
sorry.
kissing the baby. Yeah, shape up, jeepers creepers.
Yeah, I'm
You're
sorry.
a crisis actor. You're hired. You're a crisis actor. You're
I'm a
hired.
crying baby,
No, I
you know
know. I
that.
know exactly. I know. I know. No, you're empathic, sweetheart. I've got tears in my eyes too. Okay. I'm trying to change the topic.
Yeah.
I guess, people in healthcare don't really, they see a dog or something get injured and they just compassion just overrides and but when you
Yeah,
walk into facilities and
agree.
you
Like,
see 3 people a day or 4 people a day, it's very challenging.
it's true.
No kidding. Anyway,
Oh,
no.
yeah. And then that's my job, the first one, and then the next one, I work with young kids, and they call it
Yes.
you unga like the young meeting with the young,
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
kids because their parents are really busy, so they don't have the time taking care of their
Yes.
kid. So like I'm
Yeah.
always with them, playing, helping them how to, to eat their lunch or their dinner, like their special needs, for example. And like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really fun because you learn the
Yeah.
kids, you know, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so nice to be with the kids. You can also feel yourself
Yeah.
that, oh, it's so nice to be young. Love.
Yeah. Well, they want respect. And when you give 'em respect, it's everything blossoms.
It's true. That's the most important thing.
Because yeah, you're not looking at their broken body. You just see this beautiful soul inside that's trying to do
Hmm.
whatever. While you're trying to give them their oatmeal or whatever. It's like, they're mashed,
Yeah.
whatever. Is it pancakes? Is it oatmeal? We don't know. Spaghetti? We don't
Mm.
know.
Agree.
So, and are those cerebral palsy, dual diagnosed cerebral
Mm.
palsy?
Agree.
Yeah. Oh, they're so
It
wonderful.
is. It's like the best creation you can see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it gives you
It is.
courage. You I had quite a few, more than 1,000 active cerebral palsy patients, and I would go to an independent apartment with a single female who's a quad,
Oh.
living by herself. Oh yeah, and she's got a mouth wand, to do the electric wheelchair and a communication
Mm-hmm.
device, and she's living by herself. It's like, oh my god, Hui. Okay, now, do you have any on the other side of the show, or a little more than halfway over? Do you have any suggestions for husbands of ladies that are in their second or third trimester?
Oh.
Any suggestions for the spouse or significant other as that lovely woman? I have a few friends right
Like
now
a
that are
pregnant
like
woman for
5 months
the
pregnant. That
third trimester?
yeah, baby, yeah,
What do you want
yeah,
me
yeah.
to do? What can?
Any suggestions for the spouse or the husband or significant
Oh,
other to
okay.
be
To
supportive?
all the fathers to be out there, please,
Yes.
please, bear with your wife, and because your babies, you can feel it, and being a father is the most wonderful thing you could ever had the first time you see your babies. And take care of them more than you take care of yourself, okay? Because it's not easy. Take care of your wife, your spouses. It's not easy to think that they're having your babies inside for almost 9 months and it's nearly done. Finally, you can see your half of you. Don't make them stress because it's not easy to have their in their shoes, and don't leave them, especially on the day that they have to deliver your babies. Yeah,
What? What do you
the
mean? Don't leave them?
father should be beside them. Like they need your support. They
Yeah.
need your moral support.
Your kid. Oh,
Y-
jeepers creepers.
Yeah,
Understatement.
I mean, there's a lot of father like they, especially okay. There's a lot of irresponsible father out there. They don't even know what's going on their
Yeah.
wife, especially they're already delivering their babies, and the father is like,
Crank it up, baby. Crank it up. Don't keep it
yeah,
down. Let
like
it out.
all of you guys, those irresponsible father out there, come on, move your butt,
Yeah.
be with your wife.
Jeez. I Hey, watch out. This is a children might be listening.
Okay, I'm so
Whoa.
sorry, but I'm just saying. Yeah, because I
Your
have this as
butt.
a midwife. You guys,
Yeah.
you don't feel what we feel.
Ay, jeez.
You are
Wow.
not in our position, so be more
Ooh.
empathetic instead of like relaxing, or some other guys, they're still in the club having party and they're just leaving their wife out there. Shame on you.
Mm. Mm. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to change the topic really quickly because you're getting too excited there. It was like,
Yeah,
I-
I'm really, feminism, I guess so, but yeah, I mean, come on.
well, that's. I would think that there's a lot of excuses that are based on feelings, not on moral or not. I shouldn't say
It's
morals, but
immoral and it's
it's
realistic.
feelings. It's kind of like a chicken thing to do. I mean,
But you know
cluck
what,
cluck
Sam?
cluck. What?
But you know what, Sam?
What?
In this
Yes.
modern world,
Yeah.
uh, people they just don't care about what other people feel. They just don't
Oh,
care
tell
what
me about it.
they just
Yeah.
like, okay, I do whatever I want,
Yeah.
and they doesn't even care if they hurt some people because they are more focused on their own feelings.
Yeah.
And if they will insult somebody, even unintentionally, watch out before you speak. And it's a kind of like, make sure that before you talk about yourself, you know, like you observe what's going on around you.
Yes.
It's a
And
kind of deep, I know,
No, it's not
But
deep. It's you're just sharing what a lesson you're always going to have to focus on, and I do too. And that's being patient with some of the people that need to get their butt kicked.
yeah, and if you're gonna love somebody or
Hmm.
someone or just give love to everybody, but it
Yeah.
doesn't mean you have to like, love even though you have your wife, you will gonna love with someone else. It's not what
Hmm.
I mean, okay?
Yeah.
What I mean is like if you do love with your specific romantically with your partner,
Yes.
love her um without something in return, love her or him unconditionally, love
Yes.
with all your hearts, do not expect for something.
Yes.
Expectation hurts.
Yes.
So if you want to have a happy life and to have a happy relationship, just love, respect each other, and communicate. If you have some problems, miscommunication, talk about it.
Yes.
Don't just go into conclusion without even talking or resolving some issues.
And I'm not speaking to any females listening, but only to the males. Males, it's okay to apologize.
Okay,
It's
Mel's,
okay to
yeah,
apologize
it's true.
because we make mistakes. Sometimes we're not as articulate as the other
Yeah,
side,
yeah,
and
we're
we
not
make boo
perfect. We're
boos.
just human beings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not a kind of that if you're a man, if you're apologizing, it doesn't mean you're weak. It
Yeah.
means you're strong enough to say sorry. It's strong enough that
Yes.
you accept your fault or your mistakes. And the
Yes.
more, the way you do it,
Yes.
we females, or not just females, but everyone will just respect you
Yes.
more.
Yes. And
So
then they'll untie you then.
yeah, and as a woman, if you said sorry, you accept your mistakes,
Yeah.
it's a kind of,
Yeah.
I'll be so proud of you and I will
Yeah.
love you more.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's their lesson.
Yeah.
That's their lesson. Often males repeat that until they eventually figure out that if just a couple words from the
Yeah.
heart to someone else, even though it's just tickling their eardrums, it stimulates some thought forms that resonate in their heart, and it remembers why
Yeah, but on the
they
first
love
place, you
them.
choose is that person to love with. It means
Yeah,
it's not just about the good things in her, it's also the
yeah,
bad things. You are prepared
yeah,
for that.
yeah,
If you love her with her good, why can't you love her with her bad?
yeah,
Besides, we're just human beings. You're not
yeah.
perfect as well.
Hey, watch it. Jeepers creepers. Even them women. I don't know. Okay, so just your general advice is don't do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Don't do something to others you wouldn't want done to yourself. And when your wife starts getting those, what do you call it when your tummy starts going up and down and blinking like that?
Yeah.
What do you call that? When
The
the
what?
when the contractions happen, right? They come at a certain time automatically. They just come automatically. What do you
Huh?
call it? There's a name
The
for that, right?
the adrenaline? What?
When the contractions occur during
Are you
birth.
talking about giving birth?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when the contraction is starting, I know
What's
every
that
time it
called?
contracts, it hurts.
Yeah.
The more,
Yeah, I'm saying to the men when the contractions start, don't split.
yeah, don't
Guys,
split.
stay there.
Stay there.
Go get
Take
it.
the
Drink some
body there.
whiskey or whatever you need to do, but stay in there and let her
Yes,
squeeze
I
your
love
hand and
you.
just
We
say, I
can
love
do
you, I love
this.
you, I
I'm not
love you.
gonna
And you
leave
can have
you.
all the,
I'm staying here with you.
yeah, yeah, it's a
Yes,
boy or it's a
we'll do this
girl. I'm not going
together.
anywhere. And you can have all the
Yeah,
jello
it's
you
like
want.
we can do this together. Okay, just hold my hand tightly,
Yeah.
touch me. It's okay.
Okay, now I'm going to wrap it up here and thank you for the interview. Now, you're a field reporter, and this is the show. It'll be on the website. Also, it's going to be on Facebook, this particular show, when it gets uploaded and everything. So, if people have questions or comments, or they want to send money or checks, right,
Oh,
or diamonds or
okay.
anything,
Well,
right, or gold
I
or
can
anything, right,
say
gold bars, you can communicate with you can
I'm
communicate
here.
with Mel's, and she'll if she's in a good mood and you're not rude, she may respond.
Well, I'm always in the good mood.
Okay. I, how long have we known each other?
Yeah, I'm
A
sorry,
couple of
Sam,
years, right?
but I guess I'm always in the good mood. I don't have, even the weather is so bad, I'm still in a good mood. Because, life is too short, and if I'm gonna be in a bad mood, I'll be ugly. So what they use anyway?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, I've never seen you ugly. Well, okay, Mels, thank you so much for your
Denmark?
report today from
Yeah, from
Copenhagen,
IPC,
Denmark.
from my school.
And I hope to hear from you again.
International People's
Oh, what's the name of the
College.
school?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I like it.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
we'll put a
just
plug in, and
gonna
it's a
talk
good
a
school.
little overview about my school. Well, the name of the school is International People's College. Actually, there's some Americans here studying as well, a couple of them.
Yes,
And I
yes,
love this school. It's because it's, different countries, different nationalities, different cultures, different individuals. It's like melting in one
perfect,
place. Yeah, and
perfect,
it's like
perfect. That's
here in
perfect.
Denmark, which is the culture is totally different as well. The weather and it's a kind of like,
Yes,
wow, I'm
yes,
so proud like being part of this school, learning a lot, different kinds
yes,
of
you should
subjects,
be.
and it's not just about the subject, but it's about the experience you can get in here, knowing people, be close with them,
Yes,
doing stuff together, like, playing guitar, especially we're actually
yes,
playing guitar and give you some, like, for example, this one, they're here.
yes. I see.
That's my school. Yeah.
Yes,
So it's a kind of
yes,
like and we have like learning different languages and also at the same time learning different personalities.
yes, yes. Well, that's because you have the most sophisticated computer on the planet is the human brain, and you have human brains from around the world all going in and using
Mm,
communication. And even though everyone's speaking different languages, it's all the same
yeah,
thought forms that are getting blended. And with that, I'm going to go. I want another field report before
sure.
too long. Just know you're always in my prayers, okay, sweetheart?
Have a nice
All right.
day.
Bye bye.
Thanks for today.
Thank you. She says,
Bye.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Bye bye. So is she going to call me? Well, I'm not going to touch anything. You call her. I want to see how it's done. 8 a.m. All right.